Until it becomes illegal in Obama's new fascist America to speak the plain truth, I will be on the radio with God's will. It's melting down faster than I thought it would. This lying imposter phony, Obama, has gone to South America and is seen in a Reuters photo just released shaking hands with the devil himself. Chavez, who hates this country. Chavez, who drove the entire middle class out of his nation, is being embraced by our imposter, smiling, shaking his hand. And I will remind you that in Iran in 2006, this monster, Chavez, said the United States is on its way down and it will be finished in the near future, God willing, in Arabic, inshallah. He is in cahoots with the Islamo-fascists in his nation. And here is our president holding his left shoulder, shaking his right hand, and smiling with him. This is the circle, the encirclement. Everything that you feared is happening much faster than you can believe. And I have no words for it other than I can't believe it. But it's all within 100 days, and I thank you liberals from New York, from Chicago, from Florida, from San Francisco, from Los Angeles. I thank you morons for giving us this dictatorship. Very soon you'll come to understand how right I am. Very soon indeed. And now, of course, there's another article that I say, oh yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Comes out of Israel again, ready to bomb Iran. Times Online. Yeah, what are they going to bomb them with? Leftover matzah and gefilte fish they couldn't export to Brooklyn? I've been hearing it for 2 years. Oh, one more move, you build one more plant, we're going to bomb. Israel stands ready to bomb Iran's nuclear sites. With what? The leftover matzah you couldn't unload in Brooklyn? The gefilte fish that's rotting in Tel Aviv warehouses you're going to drop over the nuclear facilities? I'm sick of this already. Risky raid. Risky raid. Go ahead and do it already. Go ahead and do it already. Most of the world will hate you anyway, whatever you do. Because to most of the world, the only good Jew is a dead Jew. And to most of the world, the only good American is a dead American. So that's why Obama is so happy now, because he's got most of the world in his pocket. The only people he hasn't been able to crack are the U.S. veterans, the hardcore Christians, and the others named by his Unterführer, Janet Napolitano. His Unterführer, Janet Napolitano, named the lists. She put out the hit list that the SA will be going after in a very near future. Ephraim Kalm, the deputy director of the Institute of National Security, said it was unlikely the Americans would approve an attack. No kidding. The American defense establishment is unsure about attacking pirates, so they're going to tell Israel, go ahead and attack Iran. These know-nothing, do-nothing Hollywood fakers who are running the military were shocked that they even had to fire upon the pirates. They all defecated in their underwear there. Ooh, maybe I'll be called up onto The Hague if I kill one of the Somali pirates. That's not good for a defense job with the United Arab Emirates after I get out of the military. And the American defense establishment. You have former writers for the Los Angeles Times who work for George Soros now in the Defense Department, putting out memos. You hear this? Defense Department. What Defense Department? You have a Defense Department? Where is it? Actually, I think if Israel did attack Iran, the United States is liable to attack Israel. Yeah, I believe so. I don't think that Hussein Obama would permit the IDF to fly over Iraq. They're liable to use American military planes to chase the Israelis out of Iraq. After all, you can't use American military to chase the Islamo-fascists out of Iraq anymore, but you can chase the Jews out of your airspace. Yeah. I'm surprised that Obama hasn't gone to Iran and shook the hands of the Hitler of our time and offered him some help in developing nuclear weapons in order to keep those pesky Jews in line. After all, that would have been approved of by Reverend Wright. We try to warn you about that, but 98% of the Jews voted for Obama. Very interesting. It's fascinating to me how Jews are so clever in so many spheres of interest. Medicine, law, finance, but when it comes to self-survival, they're morons. Absolute morons. They have no idea what they're doing most of the time politically. I don't understand it. It's a mystery to me. It's just a mystery to me. That's how I see the world. You don't like it? Do something about it. Go ahead. Go put my name on another list. See if I care. You don't buy the products of my advertisers anyway. What do I care? Do what you want. Enough people who love America do. You don't? Don't listen to the show. Go listen to the bed bugs on another channel. Veterans a focus of FBI extremist probe. You hear this? And now he's shaking hands with Chavez, a man who said that America is on its way down and it will be finished in the near future, God willing, in Arabic. And Obama embraces him. We try to warn you. We try to tell you who he was. His far-left politics were evident. They were as clear as a hexagram on a cross.
Savage.
Well, Portland, Oregon. Rob, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Dr. Savage. Just would like to say that the reason why Obama wanted the Georgetown initials blacked out because he's the second Messiah. He can't stand not being outshined by Jesus himself. So,
I don't think that that's the reason. I think that he was afraid of offending the atheists who hate the Catholic Church. There's a huge number of sexual deviants in the Obama administration. Make no mistake about it. Either they're on MSNBC or in his administration. And they hate the Catholic Church because of all of the Christian denominations. It is only the Catholic Church that opposes homosexual marriage with any vigor. You understand that?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
So the real reason is he was pandering to the gay marriage advocates because they hate the initials of JC. Make no mistake about that either. San Francisco, KNEW. Jane, welcome to the program.
Michael, let me thank you before I give my comment. You made me laugh today, and I'm so distraught. I feel like real torture is having this man as president. That's what torture is. But when you told that story about the pants, I almost went off the road. So,
yeah, that was the only moment of lightness all day long.
Wonderful. Thank you for that gift, and I continue to be with it. If we're really going down the way I think we are, I hope I end up in a bunker with you. But let me tell you, I'm a psychologist, probably the only conservative one in Santa Clara County. And I think you call him malignantly narcissistic. I think it's worse, Michael, because sociopathic people lie and expect people to believe it in the way he does. I think he...
Wait, who are we talking about now?
Obama.
You think he's more than a narcissist?
Yes, I do.
What would you define him as clinically?
I think he has sociopathic tendencies because he lies there in ways that sociopaths lie. Think about...
Well, have you listened to his speech cadences? I'm really an expert on it. When he goes into these long thought patterns where he drags out a piece of a sentence where he's trying to conjure up some lie, you can almost hear it coming. Like he just did with Mexico and the great culture and cuisine that they've given us, for example.
Is a strange, effortful dialogue, right? There's no natural leadership that comes out of his mouth. He has to strain constantly not to say what he really wants to say.
Yes, but look, as a psychologist, will you define for the millions of listeners of the Savage Nation what a narcissistic personality is?
Well, a narcissist is basically empty, and they're looking constantly to get reflected and to get acknowledged internally by the world. They have this...
Okay, hold on. Now, in a sense, all creative people have a degree of narcissism in them and need affirmation from outside. They're all damaged people, and whether they be an actor, a writer, a poet, you name it, they're looking for affirmation outside themselves. That's not limited to politicians. But when you have a man who needs affirmation on such a grandiose scale because of the scars that he is carrying as a result of his, shall I say, flighty mother and fathers who abandoned him, don't you think that the elements of his fathers who abandoned him and his mother who ditched him half of her life had a great deal of effect on Obama?
I think it's tremendously significant, and I think his level of hiding things is really, to any psychologist, is just absolutely creepy. I mean, really, if you took him out of the presidency and you just took this profile, you would find it creepy. The level of hiding things, the level of, for instance, when he said, well, I was in that church for 20 years, but I never heard anything. Well, if anyone else said that, you'd either think, okay, well, you're too stupid to notice what's going on around you, or you want us to believe...
But the media covered for him. The rats in the media covered for him. They threw rat droppings over his words and made it look like he was telling the truth. That's how the imposter became president.
If you notice in the same paragraph, Michael, he can talk out of for both sides of his mouth in one paragraph, and he truly.
Look, let's talk turkey here. He went to Europe and failed at every thing he intended to do. He was a failure. Everything he set out to achieve, he did not achieve. He came back a complete wreck. And yet the media made it sound as though it was a big victory. All it did was show pictures of the Rockstar tour. But the things he set out to achieve, he did not achieve.
Do you remember the killings in Colorado when the kid who was picked on went in the black coat when this first started becoming popular in this country?
Yes.
This is what I fear the most, that this is the kid who didn't, you're right, he doesn't think this is his country. And now he's in charge, and the cheerleaders and the football players and everybody who is successful is going to get punished.
My God. So he is the ultimate rejected outsider who is now going to get even with the football players. Yeah,
you're right, because it's not, he doesn't talk about our country with pride because it's not his country. It hasn't.
So Obama doesn't relate to the United States of America as his country.
I don't think so.
He's ashamed of the United States of America in essence.
His wife said as much.
So he's a member of the Blame America First crowd.